Welcome to News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss. Here now the news for November 23rd, 2020. This Thanksgiving weekend, give back to those who have created the magic for you by tuning into our 65-hour broadcast to benefit the cast member pantry. We at WDWNT are looking to help those furloughed and laid off cast members from the Walt Disney World and Disneyland resorts. And you can do your part by tuning in again to our 65-hour continuous broadcast and live auction on November 27th through the 29th here on our YouTube channel to help raise money for the cast member pantry. As far as those auction items, this Toy Story 25th Anniversary Magic Band will be one of them. Lots of cool stuff in there, hundreds of items. It's going to be really cool. And also, if you're not even going to bid on anything, a great opportunity to give back to the cast member pantry and enjoy 65 hours of our various shenanigans. Joe Rohde, the legendary Imagineer who brought life to Disney's Animal Kingdom, Pandora, the world of Avatar, Aulani in Hawaii, and so much more, has announced his retirement from Disney after 40 years in the industry. His last day with the company will be January 4th, 2021. Bob Weiss, Walt Disney Imagineering president, shared on Instagram, quote, "Joe Rohde is a real-life adventurer in life, in art, and in work. Whether trekking across the mountains of Mongolia on an expedition to raise awareness for snow leopard conservation or leading project teams from Animal Kingdom to Aulani to Pandora, Joe fully embodies the true spirit of adventure and exploration. He approaches these experiences not as a tourist, but with curiosity, respect, and purpose. Joe has committed 40 years to bringing dynamic, inventive, and diverse projects to Disney parks. While he is widely renowned for his unmatched expertise across numerous creative disciplines, he's also an expert in every facet of leading and managing our projects, from setting the vision to feasibility, design, and execution. His unyielding commitment to excellence across all aspects of projects and his demand for authenticity and including diverse, indigenous cultures in design and production are hallmarks of his projects and what differentiate them from all others. Today, Joe announced his plans to retire from the company, and while I respect and accept his decision, I know he will remain part of our Imagineering family, a mentor to our current and future generation, and certainly the best example to our worldwide audience of what it is to be an Imagineer." Joe also took to his personal Instagram to share, quote, "I'm sure by now many of you have come across the news that I am retiring from Walt Disney Imagineering. It has been 40 years since I stepped foot in the door at age 25, not knowing anything about theme parks, Disney, or what it meant to work for a big company. Every day of my life since then has been a learning experience. I'm very glad to have had that opportunity, proud of the work that has been done, not just by me, but by my fellow Imagineers, and especially those who worked by my side over the decades. But 40 years is a long time, and this strange, quiet time seems like a great opportunity to slip away without too much disruption. If I wait, I will once again be in the middle of another huge project, and by the time that is done, I would be truly old. I'm not that old yet, and there are things I want to do that cannot be done here. We encourage a culture of storytellers, not just among ourselves, but among our guests and our fans. And because of this, there was a strong temptation to take this moment and turn it into a story. But what story? I think it's a coming-of-age story. I started at Disney as a child. I learned almost all my life lessons there, developed my confidence, recognized my skills and weaknesses, and went on to work with both and do what could be done. I could stay forever, but that is like remaining in another kind of womb. I want to see what a grown man might be able to do on his own. This site here is not really for Disney, it's for us. I imagine that for many of you, it will be sad that I will no longer be a daily part of the Disney company, and there will be some of you who drift away and no longer follow my ruminations because they feel they aren't relevant. But I will still be here, and I will still be thinking about things and doing things and talking about things, because that's kind of what I do. I mentioned in my departure note that I will remain here again. The tremendous debt that I owe to our guests and our fans who have been so generous. Working as an Imagineer has made me a good designer, but it is all of you who have made me a better person. Joe's long list of projects that he worked on includes, just to name a few, Mexico and World Showcase at EPCOT, Disneyland's New Fantasyland in 1983, Captain EO, the Adventurers Club at Pleasure Island, Festival Disney at Disneyland Paris, Disney's Animal Kingdom theme park, Expedition Everest, Legend of the Forbidden Mountain, Aulani, Villages Nature at Disneyland Paris, Pandora, the World of Avatar, and Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout at Disney California Adventure, among many. This is a sad day. Whether he was forced out or it was his own decision, we'll probably never know. But Joe, I think, is sort of the last vestige of old school Imagineering creativity before everything became, it has to be an IP and tell a story from a movie and leverage an intellectual property. It is a whole different school he came from. He started on Epcot Center. He saw Disneyland through expansion. He saw a park from birth to what it is now, to what many consider the greatest Disney theme park in the world. at least from a storytelling standpoint in Animal Kingdom. Either way, Joe has had one of the most amazing careers, and I think will go down as the greatest Imagineer of this particular generation. We wish Joe the best in whatever he chooses to do in his retirement, and thank him for everything he's given us and everything he's given me personally. Disney has finally reached an agreement with Brightline high-speed railway to bring a station to Disney Springs at Walt Disney World. The Disney Springs project is expected to take 2 to 3 years to complete once construction commences. Construction would likely commence after the scheduled 2022 completion of the expansion from West Palm Beach to Orlando International Airport. The proposed station includes a lobby on the ground level, passenger facilities, and an upper-level train platform. An exact location for the station at Disney Springs has not yet been disclosed. Engineering for the proposed Disney Springs station was started by Brightline earlier this year. Brightline high-speed railway will soon provide a means of transportation from Miami to Orlando in only 3 hours. Typically takes about 4 hours to drive between the two cities. Cinderella's carriage is pulled up behind her castle for a limited-time photo op of the Magic Kingdom. A PhotoPass photographer is standing at the entrance to the photo op. Because the carriage is roped off, there's a guarantee no strangers will be walking into your picture. The carriage is here for Thanksgiving week only, as it's only brought out for holidays and special events such as New Year's Eve and Valentine's Day. Guests aren't allowed to climb inside the carriage. You still get a picture in front of it. You'll find it at the castle wall next to Pinocchio Village House through the weekend. Friar's Nook in the Magic Kingdom, which reopened in early October, is now serving breakfast. Breakfast was added to Friar's Nook in December 2019 and became permanent in January, though, of course, had to close due to the pandemic. According to cast members, Friar's Nook will be serving breakfast from 8:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. daily. The menu includes a breakfast sandwich, sausage and gravy tots, and cinnamon sugar donuts. Be sure to read our reviews of these items on our website. Guests looking to buy unique gifts celebrating World Showcase countries are in luck. Just one day after we noticed reopening prep work, 3 EPCOT stores are back in business. At the Italy Pavilion, La Gemma Elegante and Il Bel Cristallo are once again open. All Vins de France, I'm sure I'm butchering that, also reopened in the France Pavilion. That's the wine place. Simplify it. Decorated Christmas garland is draped from the second floor balcony, and physical distancing lines have been placed outside the entrance over in Italy. Some benches are also labeled as unavailable. Despite 2 different names and signs, the stores share the same space. The product selection has not changed from when the stores were open before the closure. Lighted garland hangs from the rafters for the holiday season as well. Again, you can check out what's going on in all of these stores on our website. After weeks of preparation and decoration, the holiday lights are officially bringing their glow to Living with the Land at EPCOT in the Merry and Bright Nights holiday overlay. For the second consecutive year, the futuristic greenhouse has been decked out for the season with Christmas lights that don't reveal their full beauty until the sun sets. We've been tracking the progress on this display since early November, and now it's up in all of its twinkly glory. Right here on our YouTube channel, you can watch a full video ride through. After rumors that the new Festival Center in Epcot's upcoming World Celebration neighborhood have been canceled due to delays thanks to COVID-19, Disney is now calling the location officially a festival area and not a festival center. That center was supposed to be a multi-level structure overlooking the World Celebration Gardens, currently Future World. In a new release, Disney referred to a newly reimagined festival area that will be home to ever-changing events in a unique new environment. What this means is unknown, but the project could be something fairly simple like an AstroTurf lawn and/or temporary structures to host festival offerings until Disney deems a more permanent solution necessary. The festival area will be behind Spaceship Earth, taking the space once occupied by the already demolished portion of Innoventions West. Hints of the project changing have included Shop Disney pulling a poster featuring the Festival Center and Disney removing the model from the Epcot experience. Though Disney has not confirmed that the Festival Center is canceled, the wording festival area does suggest that they're at least considering something simpler. Peppermint is a big part of Christmas. From candy canes to peppermint bark, the fresh minty taste is everywhere during the holiday. And Disney's Hollywood Studios has taken peppermint and thrown in a few bundt cakes to create the Peppermint Bundt Cake Shake. The peppermint milkshake is topped with whipped cream, sprinkles, peppermint bark, and 2 miniature bundt cakes. The Peppermint Bundt Cake Shake is available at Hollywood Scoops on Sunset Boulevard for $8.49. Read the review on our website. One of the last remnants of Kilimanjaro Safari's old anti-poaching storyline has been removed from the attraction at Animal Kingdom, and with it a beloved character from the longtime pre-show video at Walt Disney World. Many Walt Disney World fans will know that Kilimanjaro Safaris used to have a scripted section. After looking at animals on the Harambe Wildlife Preserve, guests would end up on a slow-speed chase to save Big Red and Little Red, 2 elephants kidnapped by poachers. Over the years, the storyline was progressively toned down until it was removed almost entirely in 2012. The only remnant of the storyline was a video that still played in the queue. Featured Warden Wilson Matua educating guests about the dangers of poaching. Matua was played by, I'm going to butcher his name, Abdullah Nyam, hope that's right, who appeared in a number of movie and film roles over the years, including George of the Jungle. While Nyam holds a Master of Arts degree in Italian from UCLA, he is Senegalese and had to learn how to pronounce Swahili words as well as adapt an East African accent for his role as the warden. As of now, the anti-poaching video is gone and only updated safety video plays in its place. This update has been part of an initiative in recent years to make sure guests know how to load into a ride vehicle by the time they reach the platform. Similar safety videos were added or retrofitted into attractions such as Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Rock and Roller Coaster, and Space Mountain in the last few years. The old video, as well as the original attraction, feature some potentially distressing moments with dead animals and guns, which may have been a contributing factor to its removal after 22 years. That portion with the dead animal was removed before the park even opened, thanks to kids who saw it during previews of the park in 1998. The menu at Ohana is a fan favorite, from the wings to the noodles to the meat to the luscious bread pudding for dessert. Alas, Ohana has not yet reopened at the Polynesian, and with major refurbishments going on to the Great Ceremonial House through next summer, it may not be opening anytime soon. But fans of that bread pudding can rejoice because Kona Cafe now has the delectable dessert available to those who dine there. This is the first time it's been available since the Polynesian reopened at the end of June for DVC guests. Note that as of right now, the bread pudding, which costs $12, is not on the menu. However, you can request this wonderful dish from your server at lunch or dinner. It's likely that it'll be added to the menu shortly. Since the parks reopened, we have frequently seen a delay of a few days between the time a dish is available to the time it's added to the menu. The bread pudding, of course, is served with a scoop, served warm with a scoop of vanilla ice cream on top and a small pitcher of caramel sauce on the side. With Ohana likely closed for some time, we're happy to see the bread pudding back. We hope it's also going to be on the to-go ordering menu very soon. It'd be nice to be able to order that and take it home. Jock Lindsey's Holiday Bar is back at Disney Springs, and not only does it come with special decorations, but they're offering new items exclusive to the season. Head on over to our site to take a look at some of the highlights. I personally did the review at WDWNT.com, including alcoholic milk and cookies. You got to check this out. With the reopening of Buena Vista Street at Disney California Adventure, we're getting a first look at the Marvel Avengers Campus, which is reaching the final stages of completion. Portions of the land are visible within spaces that are currently open on Buena Vista Street, mainly the two Spider-Man offerings, Web Slingers, a Spider-Man adventure, and the Web Supplier store. To the left, we see an exposed brick wall, part of the Web Slingers attraction. On top, you can see a number of odd pulleys and antennas. Contractors were on the site overseeing the remaining construction of Avengers Campus. Off in the distance, you can see rectangular red features of the Web Supplier shop. Here's a look at the Web Supplier store as seen in the concept art that was released last year. The Web Supplier store is where you'll find the latest web inventions, including interactive spider bots, much like the ones you'll see in the attraction, Web Slingers, a Spider-Man adventure. Speaking of Web Slingers, yes, it's in all caps if you read it online. Here we see the facade of the attraction where the young inventors of web are hosting an open house. And of course, everything goes haywire and spider bots start running amok. On the brick facade, we see retro-styled Stark Industries logos painted on from the Howard Stark era of the company, a nod to its humble beginnings contrasting against the sleek mechanical module it's attached to. Contrasting against the rustic peaks of the Cadillac range, we see metal angular lighting features. We got a sneak peek of these light features in the latest concept art release, flanking both sides of the circular entrance. Guests will have a full view of Web Slingers' facade as they enter the land. Here we get a better look at the bold red Web Slingers facade with Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout towering in the background. Currently, the gates leading into the area are barricaded off as guests line up against this area to purchase snacks from the nearby carts next to Carthay Circle. Avengers Campus is currently delayed at California Adventure, but we recently got our first look inside to see the ride vehicles in action, so progress is moving quickly. While we continue to wait for the opening of the Avengers Campus, guests will soon be able to take home merchandise from the land, including those aforementioned spider bots. We got our first look at these back in March before the parks closed. Spider bots are able to battle opponent spider bots with programmed combat and defensive abilities. They can crawl backwards and forwards, crouch, spin, and stare with their laser eyes. Spider bots, as well as Worldwide Engineering Brigade apparel, or WEB, will be available at Downtown Disney District at Disneyland beginning December 4th. You'll be able to find these interactive sidekicks in World of Disney and the Disneyland Resort Backlot Premier Shop. Annual pass holders will also be able to pick up spider bots and more Avengers Campus merchandise during a limited quantity pre-sale event from November 30th through December 3rd. More information will be available on the annual pass holder Facebook page beginning November 25th. Following a first tease last week, Disneyland Paris has now shared more details of Cars Route 66 road trip set to debut in 2021 at Walt Disney Studios Park. The long-standing and great collaboration between Disney Imagineers and Pixar continues. Together, they've designed a family-friendly journey discovering some of the wacky roadside attractions along the famous Route 66 highway. The attraction's new boarding station, inspired by mid-century modern architecture, fittingly offers several nods to the automotive world. As your gateway to all the wonders awaiting you on Route 66, guests will enter a station through a tourist booth complete with maps, postcards, and other decorative items, details that Pixar Animation Studios and Imagineering are known for and guests love. You may notice a postcard for Cars-tastrophe Canyon, a nod to Catastrophe Canyon from the studio tram tour in Paris, and of course the original that resided at the Disney MGM Studios backlot tour. That area will of course return with a new story for Cars Route 66 road trip. The loading station, which stands halfway through construction, is actually the first building constructed outside of the existing parameters of Walt Disney Studios Park, and once completed will be accessible to visitors via a new road extending from Toy Story Playland. Walt Disney World has 3 new oven mitts and a pot holder that are perfect for anyone putting together a Disney Parks-themed kitchen. The first oven mitt has a stack of Mad Tea Party teacups printed on the side. The second is covered with icons from throughout Walt Disney World, including the Castle, Spaceship Earth, Figment, Dumbo, and the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror. The third oven mitt features the Haunted Mansion and its well-known lines. Rather than the 1000th ghost, the oven mitt is hinting that there's room on the plate for another snack. The pot holder features a Mickey waffle with a pad of butter on top. We found the first 2 oven mitts and pot holder in Mouse Gear at Epcot and the Haunted Mansion one over at Memento Mori in the Magic Kingdom. While this year may not have brought about the debut of Life Day celebrations across Batuu, at least we have new merchandise to rejoice over, and some of it is themed to Galaxy's Edge itself. The infamous bounty hunter Boba Fett has now appeared in the form of a wooden doll. In the style of the Stormtrooper wooden doll, yes, modeled after that one seen in Rogue One that debuted at Toydarian Toymakers with the Land, this new wooden Boba Fett doll comes with a slightly worn look. The doll includes a display base for it to stand on. You can purchase the wooden Boba Fett doll for $39.99 at the Toydarian Toymakers. Fans of Droid Depot will find the latest box droid set to be a must-have, as it's themed to the very droids parked outside of the store. This is probably the most meta merch we've seen in Galaxy's Edge, a Droid Depot droid set themed to the droids that are at the shop. Here you can collect R1J1, BR72, L4R6, C2B9, and the adorable Gonk droid EG01. Yeah, remember all those. You can get the full set of droids at Droid Depot at Hollywood Studios for $49.99. I had to buy it. Had to buy it. I love it. A plethora of new hand sanitizer keychains are now available at the Disney parks. Stay safe while showing your love for your favorite Disney characters and attractions. Each of these hand sanitizer keychains are available in the World of Disney at Downtown Disney District, plus various locations across Walt Disney World for $9.99 each plus tax. Bonjour from the France Pavilion at Epcot. On a recent visit, we found these amazing new Minnie Mouse ear headbands featuring a Paris theme. These are the 3rd Paris-themed ear headbands this year. This ear headband features a pink satin bow with sequin black ears, a pink feather, and an Eiffel Tower decoration. And you check them out on our website. For more information on these stories and more, head on over to WDWNT.com. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, The Vacationeer, the engineers of your next magical vacation. Sit back and let their team of vacation planning experts craft your family's next magical Disney trip. The best part, their services are free. Visit WDWNT.travel for details. The Vacationeer, the official travel agency of WDWNT.com. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video, subscribe to WDW News Today on YouTube for more great content, and click the bell for notifications. Also, make sure to hit select all notifications so you never miss an episode of this show on Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
Looking for the latest in Disney news on the go? Then download WDWNT the app. From news to videos to park hours and more, WDWNT the app is your one-stop shop for the latest from the Disney World. Available on iPhone and Android, just search for WDWNT in your device's app store.